Yo, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Corey, man. We're ready to get right into it. Let's go. Yeah.
GTA Trilogy era is probably one of the most important chapters in Rockstar's history. It defined an entire generation of open-world games. GTA 3 revolutionized the genre, Vice City gave it style and personality, and San Andreas pushed it to the absolute limit with RPG-like systems and massive scale.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Who winning?
Who you think, huh? Me?
And modders have spent years trying to bring these classics into the newer Rage engine, sometimes with incredible results, and sometimes not so much. So today we're taking a look at 3 massive fan projects that aim to remake the entire trilogy inside newer Rockstar engines. But let's start with the least known, and sadly, the most unfinished one. This is the GTA 3 Rage Classic mod. It was first released in 2012, and when you launch it, it actually gives you a bit of hope. The intro scene mirrors the original game. You start on the bridge with 8-Ball next to a Kuruma, just like in vanilla GTA 3. For a second you think, okay, maybe this could actually be a proper remake. But then, nothing happens. 8-Ball just stands there. He doesn't get in the car, the mission doesn't start, and you quickly realize there are no missions at all. And what's even worse, there are no side activities either. And I'm not gonna lie, the mod feels pretty rough overall. You've probably already noticed in the footage how it weirdly mixes both 3D and HD era vehicles in traffic. One second, you're seeing a classic GTA 3 car, and the next there's a modern GTA 4 sedan driving next to it. The styles don't match at all. It's visually weird and kinda breaks the vibe. And I wish that was the only issue, but unfortunately, the problems go deeper. If the mod at least let us roam around and mess with the cops like back in the day, I'd still call it worth checking out. But that's not exactly easy either. The mod is extremely unstable. Personally, I couldn't play it for more than 20 minutes at a time without a crash, cause most of the time, it breaks after just 5 or 10 minutes. And sadly, as far as I know, there's no alternative. This is the only known attempt at porting GTA 3 to the Rage engine, so unless you've got a lot of patience and you're really curious, there's not much here for a full experience. But now let's move on to something way more ambitious. Because while the GTA 3 mod felt more like a tech demo, this next one is an actual remake. And yes, I'm talking about the Vice City Next Gen Edition. This mod is a fully remade version of Vice City, bringing back all the classic missions, side quests, and iconic locations, but now running on GTA 4's engine. This mod shouldn't be compared to the definitive edition. It's not a remaster. Calling it a Next Gen Edition was a smart move because it's more than just an upgrade. It's a perfect blend of GTA Vice City's classic charm, with all the technical advantages that the 4's engine brings to the table. The list of improvements from GTA 4 that enhance the overall experience is truly impressive. The beloved ragdoll physics, the ability to swim instead of drowning like in the original Vice City, more weather types, and overall more realistic weather effects. The list goes on, and while not everyone will love it, especially those who aren't fans of GTA 4's handling mechanics, I personally think these additions improve the experience a lot. Plus, the ability to take calls while driving any vehicle is a great quality of life improvement that feels right at home in this version. This mod is not just impressive, it's groundbreaking. For the first time in the entire history of GTA modding, modders have managed to port the entire story from one GTA game to another. It's a huge milestone for the community, and what's even more exciting is that the modders announced the project will be open source. This means other modders can use their work as a foundation to port missions from other GTA games. We could potentially see full mission ports of GTA 3 or San Andreas in the future. It's worth noting that while the modders figured out how to port missions to the GTA 4 engine, it's an entirely different story for GTA 5. Even though both games run on the Rage engine, GTA 5 uses a more advanced iteration, and so far, no one has cracked the code to port missions from older GTAs to 5. This makes the GTA 4 engine the only viable platform for projects like this, at least for now. But thanks to this project, we finally have proof that it's possible, and it opens the door for more incredible mods in the future. On top of the main story missions, this mod brings back a ton of side missions and activities from the original Vice City. Almost everything you remember from the original is here. You can still buy properties like the Malibu Club, and all the missions tied to them. What's cool is that instead of collecting collecting money from floating icons, you now pick it up from realistic objects, like a money counter or printer. The modders even reimagined how buying properties works. You'll find for sale signs across the city, and some buildings even have detailed interiors you can explore, like Tommy's Hotel or local stores. On top of all that, the mod doesn't just bring back the original Vice City voice lines, it also introduces something entirely new. Since the Revolution team consists of 4 modders from Russia, they went a step further and added Russian voice acting, recorded in a professional studio. While this may not seem like a big deal to some, it's a significant addition for players in Russia and neighboring countries, where the GTA Trilogy has always been extremely popular. This addition shows how much the team cares about the project and their audience, making sure it's accessible and enjoyable for their local community, while staying true to the global appeal of the original game. The visuals in this mod are on another level. The team added full E&B support, and you can enable or disable it directly from their custom launcher. If you want to stick to the vanilla GTA 4 graphics, you can turn it off, but I definitely recommend keeping it on. The modders clearly put a lot of time into tweaking the E&B settings to perfectly match the Vice City vibe, and it shows. The lighting, reflections, and overall atmosphere with the E&B enabled make the city look absolutely stunning, especially at night. It's hard to imagine playing without it once you see how much it enhances the graphics. Of course, it's not just the E&B doing all the work. The team also manually recreated and improved the lighting throughout the game, especially in interiors. A few weeks ago, they posted a comparison showing the differences, and the improvements are massive. Interiors that once felt flat now look vibrant and atmospheric, with lighting that completely transforms the mood of each location. All the iconic radio stations from Vice City have been fully ported over, but what's even better is that they decided to use the PS2 version instead of the PC ones. This means you get the full original soundtrack, including songs that were removed from the PC version due to licensing issues. And let's be honest, Vice City probably had one of the best, if not the best, soundtracks across all the GTA games. From the timeless classics to the vibe-setting tracks that define the game, being able to listen to the full, uncut version makes cruising around the city feel even more special. For those who love using cheat codes, the developers have made sure to include them in this mod as well. Unlike GTA 4, where cheats were entered through a phone, this mod lets you type them in just like you did in the original Vice City. It's a nostalgic touch that brings back memories of scribbling cheat codes on scraps of paper and experimenting with them for hours. Whether you want to spawn vehicles, lower your wanted level, or just cause chaos, the cheat codes are fully functional and feel just as satisfying as they did back in the day. That said, the mod currently includes 26 cheats, while the original Vice City had 58. Some fan favorites like Seaways haven't been ported yet, but honestly, it's better than nothing, and the cheats that are available work perfectly. Plus, the launcher seems to include the ability to update the mod, so there's a chance we might see more cheats added in future updates. The mod isn't without its flaws, and there are definitely some areas that could use improvement. One of the biggest issues is the random crashes. If it happens after you've finished a mission, it's not the end of the world because of the autosave feature, but if it happens during a long mission, it's a huge headache since you lose all your progress and have to start over. Another noticeable flaw is with the cutscene animations. They're not as smooth as they could be, and you can even spot the stuttering in the official trailer. It's not perfect, but at least we're getting proper in-game cutscenes instead of some low-effort pre-recorded videos, so I'll take it. Then there's the infamous Z-fighting issue, which is a well-known problem with the Rage engine. It's hard to ignore when you see flickering textures on windows or buildings, and while it doesn't ruin the gameplay, it does break the immersion a bit. Map collisions are another problem. You'll occasionally crash into curbs or objects that shouldn't be an obstacle, and it can make driving around feel a bit clunky. On top of that, there are a handful of smaller bugs scattered throughout the game, but nothing that makes it unplayable. Considering this is the first release, and it was made by just 4 modders working for 2 years, it's honestly impressive they've gotten this far. Hopefully, they'll get some well-earned rest and come back later with updates to iron out these issues. Even with its flaws, this mod is a massive achievement, and I'm excited to see how it evolves in the future. Of course, not everything has been smooth sailing for this project. Take-Two Interactive has already taken drastic action against the modders, including deleting their YouTube channel without any prior warning. This takedown comes shortly after the removal of another major project, the Liberty City Preservation Project, which was pulled just 3 weeks after its release. In that case, Rockstar reportedly contacted the team directly and asked them to take the mod down, but with the Revolution team, things played out differently. As far as I know, they weren't contacted by Rockstar or Take-Two. Instead, just days after releasing their teaser trailer, and right before the beta launch, their entire YouTube channel was suddenly deleted. If you try to watch the teaser now, it says it was removed by Take-Two. What makes this even more frustrating is that the team had streamed so much of the development process. And these weren't just casual casual updates. They served as a key resource for other modders who might want to replicate their workflow on future projects, like porting missions from GTA 3 or San Andreas. With those live streams now gone, the community has lost a valuable source of insight and information. The mod was taken down even before its official release, but the Revolution team decided to release it anyway. What's likely even more frustrating for Take-Two is that they uploaded it to torrent sites, making it virtually impossible to take down completely. Of course, I won't be providing any links, as that would risk this video being taken down as well. But on the other hand, should we really be angry at Take-Two? Maybe. But let's not forget that these are their rules. Their policies clearly state that no assets from one GTA game can be ported into another. Yes, those rules are strict, but since these assets belong to Rockstar and Take-Two, they have the right to enforce them however they want. Modders who decide to ignore these guidelines should already expect a takedown if they plan to release their work publicly. Do I agree with these rules being so strict? Not at all. It's frustrating because we've seen how other developers are much more open about modding. Rockstar, on the other hand, doesn't give us the creative freedom we deserve as a community. Mods like this show the potential of what fans can create, but instead of embracing it, they try to shut it down. It's a shame, because modding has always been such a vital part of the GTA series legacy. Okay, but that's not the full story. Since the release of Vice City Next Gen Edition, modders have gone even further, adding new graphics enhancements, better vehicles, and all kinds of crazy improvements. So let's see just how much we can improve it. First up, the 80s Vehicle Pack by Benzies Mods. This guy made an entire GTA forums thread dedicated to improving the mod, and this pack is one of the best additions so far. It replaces almost every vehicle in Vice City with HD-era models, keeping everything lore-friendly while making it look way better than the vanilla cars. What makes this pack even better is that the cars are well optimized. While the exteriors are high quality, the interiors are low poly, meaning it should work fine for everyone, not just those with high-end PCs. That doesn't mean it's perfect though. If you've ever modded GTA 4, you probably know about its memory issues. This engine hates replacing models and textures with higher quality versions. That leads to annoying problems like the infamous taxi bug, where almost all cars in traffic become taxis, or map textures failing to load. Thankfully, this pack includes 4 Tweaker, a limit adjuster utility that lets you set max memory usage for pedestrian and vehicle models, and fix other common issues. With all that, the pack works perfectly, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks way better than the original vehicles. I respect that Revolution team wanted to keep things as close to the original game as possible, and they did a great job using the highest quality models of the vanilla vehicles. But with this pack, the game actually feels like a next-gen remake. It's worth noting, though, that the 80s Vehicle Pack only replaces the models, so it doesn't touch any of the handling data, so everything still drives the way Rev Team originally intended. And while I do like GTA 4's driving physics, there's definitely room for improvement. That's where the Better Handling mod by The Flash comes in. This mod reworks the handling for all cars and bikes, tweaking things like speed, braking, center of gravity, suspension, and wheel traction. Simply put, vehicles feel much more responsive compared to the heavy, boat-like physics GTA 4 is known for. For anyone who finds 4's handling too sluggish, this mod is a huge improvement. Cars turn quicker, react faster, and overall feel more precise. In some cases, though, it might be a little too responsive. For example, the Comet now grips the road like it's glued to it, which doesn't feel quite right. On top of that, all vehicles are noticeably faster, which has both advantages and downsides. On one hand, exploring Vice City feels much smoother. Driving between missions is quicker, making the gameplay less frustrating, especially in a full walkthrough. At the same time, the city's small map feels even smaller with these speed boosts, and high-speed driving can cause streaming issues. I've already seen palm trees suddenly loading in when going too fast. But for anyone used to GTA 5's handling, this mod makes Vice City Next Gen feel much more familiar. 4's physics are great once you get used to them, but they take a lot of practice to master. This mod smooths that out and makes the driving far more accessible. Now, with vehicles and handling replaced, there's still one big problem with GTA 4's driving experience: the camera. The way GTA 4's chase camera works can be frustrating, especially during sharp turns when it struggles to catch up with the car. Unless you're constantly adjusting it manually with the mouse or using the right analog stick, it often fails to keep up, making it hard to see what's ahead. Of course, there's a fix for that too: Centered Car Camera by Julio Nib. This mod was released over 10 years ago, which is crazy, but it still still holds up today. It tweaks the third-person car camera to keep it more centered instead of letting it lag behind, similar to GTA 5. With this mod installed, driving feels way smoother, and you can completely forget about manually adjusting the camera. No need to keep dragging the mouse or tilting the analog stick on every turn. It even comes with a simple menu that can be opened with the insert key, allowing to disable the mod or tweak camera values to match your preference. With this mod, the camera is much more responsive, but it's not perfect. There are a few issues that I noticed while testing it. First, the camera can be a little jittery if the game runs above 60 FPS. My game was running at around 100 frames, and you can probably see some small jitters here and there, but the fix for that was simple. I just locked the game at 60 using the ENB series menu. Another issue is that it gets a little messy when the car is airborne. The camera movement feels a bit unnatural, but it's not a deal breaker. The biggest issue for me, though, is that it completely disables motion blur while driving. I know a lot of people hate motion blur and prefer playing without it, so for some of you, this might actually be a good thing. But I personally like the sense of speed that motion blur gives, and without it, the game feels more static. Before going any further, there's one important thing to mention if you're planning to install all these mods. Make sure to install all DirectX 9 versions and visual redistributable runtimes. Without them, my game refused to launch with scripthook.net installed, so I definitely recommend installing everything first. Links will be in the description below.
Yo, I think this is good enough. We're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching.